Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolors with me, Colin, and this is a scene that you can find at any rocky shoreline around the world, and it'll be a sunset scene. And this is £140 100% rag paper, rough cotton rag, and I'm just removing any excess water from around the sides. I've left a very thin film of water on the paper, and then I'm just going to, where the sea is and meets the sky and the sand, I'm just going to dry that little bit off. So we'll get started. I'm going to use a flat brush with this. This is Cad Yellow Light, and I just want to bring in some sort of streaks across the sky, across the rock, some down here to strengthen it up in areas, some cadmium orange into that. Let me just dry that off. A little more of the yellow. To get a nice change of colour. Whilst also adding some into the sand. These will be little pools. Whilst just dropping in some cadmium orange, relatively light, very lightly. Just mimics the sky slightly. We will be separating these out with sand at a later stage, and it's just giving the sky just a little time for the pigment to soak in. Maybe just a little stronger here with the yellow. As the paper is wet, it will fade. This is cobalt blue, French ultramarine, with a touch of cadmium red, and this will create the barrier between your colours when I put the blue in, so it doesn't turn green. Cobalt blue with French ultramarine. I'm just going to put this in at the top of the sky. While we're here, just a little bit into the sand just to unify the painting. As you can see, it's just a mixture of all the colours, but I'm just generally bringing it all together. Down at the bottom here, cadmium red, French ultramarine, cobalt blue. All the way across the rocks. Now I'm going to leave this to sit a while, for a few minutes, while the pigment sinks into the paper, and then we're going to come back and revisit it and put some clouds in, so you'll have to hang on for roughly maybe 10 minutes. Okay, now that I've waited roughly maybe 10 minutes or so, I'm just putting some of this cobalt blue French ultramarine and light red, sorry, not light red, cadmium red in here, and I'm just going to grey it down with some cadmium orange to create a neutral reddy grey, bluey grey kind of thing. That looks kind of like it. And I just want to introduce some sort of softer cloud edges down here. Possibly do being just a little stronger. Just bring a little of that in here. Swap to a bigger brush, I think. As we come up here, just rolling some shapes in. Just to break this little area up slightly. Keep the brush moving. And I do want some clouds to cut across the colour. Moving on to a little bit of a stronger mixture of that colour. A little bit more on the blue side, I think. Okay. And we just feed this in as well, just in, not everywhere, just in areas to add some shadow. All this is wet into wet. I do want some with some slightly harder edges on it towards the horizon. As the paper is still damp, it will still soften slightly. Soften that in. Damp brush. I think I'm going to call that a day now before I start fiddling. Okay, then we're going to leave that to dry. Okay, now your sky's dried off a bit, we'll move into the sand. This is a mixture of cobalt blue and cadmium red with some French ultramarine. And I'm just going to bring it across where the beach is. I'm just watering it slightly out. I want it to be a bit lighter than this because we can always strengthen it up. And I want to create a nice crisp shoreline. And we start to bring it round our puddles. I'm using a flat brush for this, but you can use a round one, any brush that you really feel like using or you feel comfortable with. And I just want to try and create some puddles, just generally getting the wash on as quickly as I can. Okay, then we'll create a stronger mixture of that colour. Just means thicker, which is the French ultramarine, cobalt blue, cadmium red. And we're just going to create some dark edges on the back side of the puddle, because you wouldn't see this on the fore edge of the puddle. We will be strengthening this up after once it's dry, but I just want this to bleed up slightly into the sand, because we'll also be strengthening the sand up as well. I think that will do for now, and we're just going to allow the whole painting to dry off a little further. Now with a stronger mix of the same colour, which is the cadmium red and cobalt blue, French ultramarine, just going to bring some texture into the sand. on the front, all horizontal strokes. Just darkening up along the front. Still leave some of your underwash to show through the original colour. Just darkening where the puddles are on the far side of the puddle, where it would form a shadow. This is cobalt blue French ultramarine and sepia, and where the rocks are just create the shape of your rock. These are dark against the sky. Need to move to a bigger brush, I think. Same with this one as well. It's a kitchen towel to help, maybe get a better effect with that. Yes, I think we can. So on the middle here, as it's coming through here, twist it up into a point. Tiny bit off there and there, allowing it to go darker and darker as you come towards the base, but just manipulating some of the paint out of the way. And I think I'm happy with that. Maybe just a little bit more there, I think, just to change it slightly. Don't be tempted to overdo this. You can tend to fiddle a bit, and I'm not going to fiddle anymore. I'm going to leave it like that. Now then, all this then now has to dry. Once your rocks are dry, taking some of your cobalt blue and French ultramarine cadmium red, I'm just making this just a little bit weaker. You can just paint your sea in, and you can, with the rough paper, and if you don't put too much on the brush and you just drag it across, you'll end up with a hit and miss effect. Which is what you're looking for. Then with some clean water, I just want to bring a slight reflection of these rocks onto the sand, but not too much. I don't want to take any sparkle away from the water, so I'm taking some artistic license, and I'm not going to do that. And with some of the rock colour, but I'm actually going to let it down with some of the sky colour, or the wave colour that we've just put in, just to make it a little bit weaker. Just encourage it to flow. I don't think I really want to add any more to that, or maybe just some of the original colour, just to help strengthen it. I'm going to take some white gouache And I just maybe want to add just a little bit into the sea here. Not much, just a little bit. And just to add some sparkle across some of these puddles, trying to keep them as straight as possible. Trying not to go overboard with this, so step back and just check it, because at least whilst it's still wet you can still remove it, or if you don't think you've got enough you can add a little bit more. I don't want this one here to stand out because it's closer to us. You can sign your name and you can wait for it to dry and then put a mat round it and frame it, hang it on your wall. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe for further videos to come. And if you want to have a go at some other painting videos I have made, I'll leave a link in the description box, and if you click on that it will take you to where they are. Thank you very much for watching.